What is going on, you guys? I'm Lupe Llerenas, back at it again with Celeb Secrets, and today we are talking to singer, songwriter, does it all, Brandy Haze. How are you?
Hi, I'm well. I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. It is Good Friday, good week, so listen, positive vibes all around. So you have been pretty busy, to say the least. Now you have released your new EP, which I'm excited to talk about. So talk to me a little bit about this new EP that you recently dropped. What inspired that project?
Yes, definitely. I like to write things that are going on in my life. So honestly, it was just kind of like a love letter. Like, this is like my diary. Like, yeah. I'm just welcoming people into my life.
And you know what though? Like, the fact that you are welcoming people, a lot of those songs or a lot of the stuff that you mentioned is also very relatable. So it's like an end me, being able to connect with the artist or the artist connecting with the audience. So there's a connection there, and that's what I like. And with one of those songs off the EP, you also dropped the music video for On Site. What can you tell us about that? It's definitely like a vibe. You're doing your own thing. It's very nostalgic at some end because you give me like 2000 vibes, like early R&B 2000s vibes. Was that something you were going for?
Yes, no, definitely. I love Y2K. Yes. I love that like aesthetic, and it was so funny because like some people get it instantly, and some people I'm like, you don't realize. But yes, that's exactly what it was. It was such a fun video. I love sunsets, so I got to have like a beautiful sunset in the background with an old school car. So it was really fun making that video.
And it looked fun. You were able to transmit, a different kind of energy through that music video. And I think that's really cool. Another thing that you recently posted on your Instagram, and I commented, you were wearing like this Levi jeans, top and bottom. You were giving me like Britney Spears, Beyonce vibes. And I was like, yes, girl, come through.
Thank you. I was like, leave Britney alone.
I was like, yes. I'm like, give me everything. But it was really cool. Like I said, you give me that really cool good vibes, and obviously, like, who doesn't love that, Going like back to you saying that you like are inspired and you love the 2000s music, and obviously now, when did you like discover your passion? Because I know you've had trials and tribulations along your journey, but when was it where you were like, you know what, I think I'm going to run with this and make it my own thing?
Yeah, well, I've always sang and I always wanted to sing, but I actually didn't know like that anybody could just go book a studio. I just didn't have that musical influence in my life to really just show me the ropes. Mm-hmm. So it was actually right after college that I found out how to book my first studio, put out my first song on SoundCloud, and I was like, you know what, like, this is what I wanted to do, was meant to do. And I just, I quit my job and moved back to California.
Listen, you took that leap of faith for sure. Yeah. And obviously, you're born in Chino, right? Chino Hills?
Yeah, Chino Hills.
Okay, so definitely, you've been influenced by that city and just living here in Los Angeles. But what do you say, living, in these places has influenced your sound, or do you get that inspiration from like other things?
I definitely would say I love LA music and people who are like from LA. Like, the West Coast definitely has a certain sound, and I love that. I definitely feel like that influenced me also. But then also just like 90s R&B, and I really like the new female rap trend, so sometimes I'll do a little like fast singing in my song. So there's like a lot of inspirations in my music.
Yeah, you definitely attribute to different things, and I think that's what makes you unique. I read somewhere that you are also like very influenced by Frank Ocean. Who doesn't love Frank Ocean, right? I mean, we need new music, but it's always nice to, get inspiration from artists. Like, what is it about Frank Ocean that you like?
Yeah, he's so descriptive. I think just like some of the things that he talks about and describes, you don't think about it. It's not like typical. And I think I love the fact that it's just so untypical. I just definitely want to get there, and I strive to get there sometimes in my music, to where it's like just very descriptive. You feel like you can almost see what the person is singing about.
Yeah, exactly. And being, talking about like being so descriptive, how is it when it comes to, like, I guess, creating your music or just creating the process of a song for you? Do you have to be like in a certain mindset, in like a specific place, or are you just like, if it flows, it flows?
Usually it just flows. Like, it usually depends on the music. The music will kind of tell me and guide me where I want to go. But I'm not the person that like, you have to have colored lights. No, like, I can do my thing whatever.
Listen, you are just your own, that's for sure. And in the long run, like, a few years from now, or I'm pretty sure now, you think about and you dream about collaborating with that someone. Who would it be?
There's so many people. Oh my gosh, it's hard to choose one. I would say I really like Kenny Beats. Right now he does a lot of up and coming people, as well as I love the group Brockhampton, but Frank Ocean, of course, will always be my number one.
I love that. And I like how you kept it. You kept it with that same criteria, and you definitely get that sense, of those artists that you mentioned. For anyone out there, you obviously took a leap of faith. You obviously were like, it's cool and all, but I have to do me type of thing. For anyone out there, like, what would you have to tell them if they're like, quote unquote, stuck, doing something that is not really, a 9-to-5, but they also want to do something else? Like, what did you tell yourself that you can tell other people, hey, it's going to be okay type of thing?
It's okay to do both. I definitely would tell people, and sometimes you have to do both.
Yeah, of course.
Sometimes you have to do some things more than others. Like, I didn't just kind of coast on a couch. It was like, sometimes if you need to do Uber to be more flexible in your schedule, so that if someone invites you somewhere, you can be like, I'm taking every opportunity, so I would just say sometimes it's okay to do both things until one thing starts paying off.
I like that. And I think we've all been in a situation like this where we kind of have to, because obviously once you grow older, you realize, hey, bills got to get paid, but I also have, my dream and aspiration. So I definitely agree with you on that. And at the end of the day, what do you want people, or just, your audience or your fans, to take away from your music?
I think I want my audience to take away who I am as a person, and I just hope that I can make music that really touches their hearts and gives them a moment in time for them to always remember.
I like that. I really like that. And last but not least, obviously, we are Celeb Secrets. Is there like a hidden fact or a random talent that you don't often tell people, but when you do, you're like, wow, we didn't know that about you?
I would say, like, a lot of people don't know I was born on 12/12, which I think is like really special. So that's like my lucky number.
It is, especially when they're repetitive. I don't know if you're like into astrology or just like the numbers that, like, that's very much a thing. People always say make a wish at 11/11, this and that. So I like that.